Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another NFT video. Before we go on, I just want to make a disclaimer that none of this is financial advice, and the NFT collections that I talk about today are just for informational purposes only. I'm not endorsing or maybe not even buying into any or all of these NFT collections. I just want to serve as um, an informational guide on these new NFT collections that are up and coming. The NFT collections that I talk about today are going to be all on Immutable X at one point or another. So the first one that I want to talk about today is the College Kids. College Kids is a new NFT. I believe when we look at their Discord, I believe it's October 23rd is their mint date. Um, the main reason why I like College Kids is because of their artwork. I think it's definitely really clean, and I think it's going to be like the first good looking NFT collection on Immutable X, which goes a long way. Nothing against like Moody Crows or anything, but I'm just like not too big of a fan of their artwork. And they do show off a lot, the College Kids, their artwork here. And as you could see, they are pretty distinct between each uh, individual NFT. So it won't be a scenario where like two will look the same. Hopefully, there's definitely a lot of traits going on and a lot of variety between them. So something that's cool with their roadmap is they are going to have a DAO, which is going to allow community voting for decision making. So I assume that that means that they're going to be buying into bigger projects with their community fund, and they're going to have staking and liquidity pools that will pay back holders for like fractionalized NFTs. But the one thing is the liquidity pool I'm a little iffy about. The SEC, and I don't know how Immutable X is going to be handling it, but OpenSea kind of shies, doesn't really like liquidity pools because of the SEC. So I don't know how future proof this is, the fact that they want to open up a liquidity pool. As far as I'm aware, as long as the project itself doesn't open up a liquidity pool, because then they're opening up their token to being traded, and then that may be considered a security. So if like a community member opens it up or a third party and they have no control over it, I think that's okay. But I just think it's not okay, at least in OpenSea's eyes, that the NFT project owners make a liquidity pool. But obviously, it's like a gray area right now, so it's a risk. But I definitely do like that it's a DAO based project, and they're going to have breeding in the future to increase the scarcity in the original collection. I guess that means that you burn the two NFTs that you're breeding and you create a baby. That's the only thing that I could think of that would increase the scarcity. But we'll have to wait for future clarity in the future. So if we want to switch gears into the Discord, so it's not October 23rd, it's October 21st. And there's 10,000 members inside the Discord as of right now, but they still have like 2 days. Usually the Discords, from my experience, fill up like mint day or the day before mint day. This is on Immutable X, so I definitely am assuming that there's going to be less of a mint because Immutable X is an OpenSea and it's not as popular as OpenSea is. But I definitely do like that projects are starting to go the gasless route, and are starting to use Immutable X. I'm curious how it would fare for the future. Um, but that is also another risk that you take by minting something on Immutable X. Right now that the market's kind of like in a downturn and more bearish, I think the best bet is probably minting rather than buying something on the secondary market just because of the lower price that you pay to enter into the collection. Um, so yeah, I definitely think this has potential, but again, this is not financial advice, just my opinion. Um, so moving on, the next project that I want to talk about that is also on Immutable X is called the Moonshot Garage project. And this one, the artwork is like okay. It's not like super standoutish or super crazy in any regard. It's a little plain with having the visors and no face. Maybe they'll have some that you could actually see the face. But this one definitely has more of a unique roadmap. If you guys are familiar with the Doge Pound and the launch pad that the Doge Pound has, the Moonshot Garage wants to be the launch pad for IMX. So that is definitely something unique in their roadmap that I like. They're also going to have a community wallet to buy other projects and to fund community contests. So this one definitely has more going for it, I would say, than College Kids, but the art is definitely on the weaker side, in my opinion. So I guess it kind of depends if you prefer a strong roadmap or stronger art. For me, I think I prefer a stronger roadmap. There's a good amount of projects on OpenSea that have a better community or roadmap than the art, and their price is pretty high. So yeah, that's like the biggest thing going for this project. Now, if we want to move over to the Discord really quick, you could see that this has less members than the College Kids, but they do not have a mint date yet. As far as I'm aware, they have not announced a mint date, but they will also be on IMX, as I mentioned before. So this is definitely a project to watch as it has that unique launchpad feature as well as a DAO. I don't know if there are any plans for their own project. Token, but I'm sure like tokens are not hard to create. I've heard that you could create one in like an hour. So if it is something that the community wants, I'm sure that they would be able to implement it pretty quickly without much planning needed. One other thing that I wanted to show was the OpenSea market. Sorry, it's a little slow loading OpenSea. So as you guys could see, the market is definitely in a downtrend right now. And I want to go more in depth in a future video about the bear market and what I think are good buys and such. But I just wanted to show that at least on the 24-hour mark, there's a lot of red, especially in like the top 10 for the last 7 days of volume. There is a lot of red. So just be careful out there. With buying projects. If you're not 100% sure that the project is good and you want to get in now, I'd suggest waiting a little bit to make sure that the correction happens, and then after the correction, decide if you really want to get into the project or not. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for the support so far. If you guys want to talk more, don't hesitate to join the Discord down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.